Commerce James Carey underscoring the significance of this development for East Enders, urging residents to prepare for the anticipated influx of business. Ramiko Knowles has more in tonight's top story.
Have you ever wondered why tourism officials are hailing Carnival Cruise Port as a game changer? Well, with projections of 2 million passengers annually, translating to approximately 13,000 visitors per day, anticipation is high for the economic boost the influx of tourists will bring to the island. The question arising now is, will those passengers remain on Celebration Key? While there has not been much chat about off-port ventures, President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, James Carey, is urging Grand Bahamians to prepare, especially East Enders.
That may be more interested in seeing some indigenous Bahamian.
Celebration Key will consist of 5 distinct areas that the cruise line is calling portals. Each portal will offer a range of activities and amenities to cater to the varied interests of guests. But it is expected that some visitors may want to venture off from the port. That is the reason Carey is issuing a call for readiness.
In East Grand Bahama, they don't need that many to flow through to make a difference. And yes, we should all prepare still, because, hey, it's good for us to prepare, and we all have to contribute to this process. So.
When compared to the island of Bimini, which is thriving from cruise passenger arrivals, the Chamber President believes Grand Bahama can achieve similar success.
Because Bimini is this big and they can move out very quickly, and the cruise industry is not locking them in. Bimini Sands is actually encouraging them to go out, because they've realized the formula that the rest of Bimini is an intrinsic part of their being. So people like to come to Bimini. Where they're going to stay? Bimini Sands, where they're going to spend most of the money. Bimini Sands, hotels, casino, food. But, you know, that's all part of the formula.
Despite the proximity of the key being situated 20 miles from Freeport, he challenges those catering to guests to diversify their product offerings.
2 names that ring here often is the Lucayan Indians and the Arawak Indians. Why is it that we don't have a fairly genuine representation of either Lucayan or Arawak village with the implements, with the foods they would have prepared?
He says the opportunities are endless and the time to prepare is now. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Thank you, Ramiko. Well, the Grand Bahama community gathering at the Grand Lucayan Resort Friday evening for an exclusive look into the new programming the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas has to offer. Also on hand was the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister for Grand Bahama, Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, and a host of other government officials. Here's that report.
Tonight, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, the #1 in the country, is set to unveil a new line of shows for readiness television and radio.
Renewed, refocused, and refreshed. The theme expressed by Senior Deputy General Manager Allison Smith. ZNS Northern Service celebrates its relaunch with new programs set to come on stream. Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable Mouse Larota, and Chairman at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, both highlighting the station's pivotal role as the nation's sole broadcasting station reaching across the Bahamas, also exclaiming that only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS.
What once was established as the People's Station and the leading voice of electronic communication from Inagua in the south to Bimini in the north is now reclaiming its place. It's not only the national network of the Bahamas, but also breaking traditional barriers and becoming the network of choice.
The Bahamian people trust ZNS. Yes. The Bahamian people trust the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. We must continue, though, to build our brand.
Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, and the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, congratulating the Northern Service on this achievement.
As the Northern Service rebrands itself, I am confident that you will continue reporting with the highest degree of excellence, with the zeal, the accuracy, and the competence that you have displayed for decades.
The mechanical assets and upgrades to software and hardware are all well and good, but you must never forget your number one tool in the toolbox is your people. That's it. The cameras and editing machines and transmission systems on their own cannot do the job that is needed. So as we invest in new gear, we must also invest in the people at the intrinsic level.
Unveiling the new era of broadcasting, General Manager Clint Watson showcasing 16 exciting new shows, promising a fresh perspective and a revamped look in both news and radio programming.
There is no one that can do what the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas can do. There are many that try, but they're only imitators. We are the originators.
The audience also reminded by Deputy General Manager Shashina Roll-Farquharson that this transformation epitomizes the corporation's progress.
We urge you to remember that ZNS Northern Service is your number one source in the North.
Switching gears now, over the last few days, authorities have been continuing to tackle unregulated communities head-on in Abaco, particularly in the Gaza, Gully, and farm areas. Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, John Pinder, is now providing a crucial update on the demolition process. Here's more in this report.
The Bahamas is for Bahamians, and anybody that wants to live in our country needs to follow the rules and regulations.
Residents of Central and South Abaco continue to witness action from the government regarding the demolition of unregulated communities on that northern island. Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, John Pinder, providing an update on the ongoing demolition process of shanty towns on Abaco, particularly in areas known as the Gully, Gaza, and Farm.
It is going quite well. I know we've had a little bit of weather here, so I'm sure they're working between that. But the residents of Abaco are quite pleased to see action being taken. As I have expressed to everybody, and as the concerns come in, the amount of displaced people, there will be a period of adjustment. But all in all, we're going in the right direction in reclaiming Abaco in a lawful manner.
In January, the Unregulated Communities Action Task Force issued 28-day notices on illegal structures in Abaco. Pinder confirming now that progress is being made with the Gully and Gaza areas currently undergoing demolition. While unable to provide a definitive timeline for completion, Pinder emphasizes that it's an ongoing process.
They have already identified and continue bringing in information on the smaller ones, including the keys. So I would see that that once the three main areas are complete in removal of those unregulated communities, then they will put notice on the smaller ones and continue what they've been doing.
Pinder also offering advice to individuals residing illegally in the Bahamas or those on work permits, urging them to adhere to the country's laws and regulations.
It is important for them, if they have a work permit, to go to their employer and seek creditable accommodations, real accommodations. Nowhere else in the world can you come and just set up shop and without abiding by the law. So as the Bahamas grows, we are a friendly nation. We love all people. But when you're in the Bahamas, you have to follow Bahamian rules, Bahamian permitting and regulations.
In news from police, officers on Grand Bahama apprehended a 48-year-old Bulgarian male on Sunday, March 3, 2024, in connection with an alleged sexual assault incident. According to reports, the incident occurred on board a cruise ship between Friday, March 1, 2024, and Saturday, March 2, 2024, involving an Albanian female. Active investigations continue into this matter. Well, an 18-year-old Freeport resident is in police custody tonight. Reports indicate that the young man was arrested after he was found in possession of a large quantity of suspected hydroponic marijuana. The incident reportedly occurring on Saturday, March 2nd, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. It was further revealed that officers attached to the Harbor Police Station and Bahamas Customs Department, with the assistance of Customs K-9, acting on information, executed a search of a grocery pallet and discovered a large quantity of compressed marijuana. The dangerous drugs weighed 24 pounds with an estimated street value of $43,000. Well, the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues after this break.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this one, sis.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Get ready, Freeport, Bahamas. On March 16, 2024, the Grand Bahama Sports Complex will come alive with the Island Relay, a thrilling track and fields meet, high school and college competition, running and field events. It's a showcase of athleticism. Local unattached athletes, mark your calendars. Register by March 14th. For sponsorships or participation details, reach out to Island Relays Bahamas at info@islandrelaysbahamas.com. Don't miss the action. Be a part of the Island Relays excitement.
Good news, A&M Professional Lawn Care, situated Nassau East, is now branching into Freeport. For all your lawn care services, residential and commercial, landscape design, tree cutting, window cleaning, painting, or truck for hire. Call 445-4157.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Women throughout Grand Bahama will be afforded an opportunity to a free pap smear and HPV vaccination, all thanks to the Cancer Society of the Bahamas, Grand Bahama, in partnership with the Grand Bahama Power Company. According to consultant and OBGYN Dr. Saeed Abaco, the Don't Fear the Smear campaign encourages women to get their pap smears done.
We know that a lot of women are not being screened. They are not getting their pap smears. And cervical cancer is a preventable disease. It is preventable by having your pap smears. It is preventable by receiving the HPV vaccine. If you are younger than the age of 45, then yes, we recommend getting the HPV vaccine as well. And that will be available on March 16th. All of this, ladies, is free of charge.
This is one of our signature preventative projects that we try to put on a yearly basis, where we offer it to the community at large, where women can come in and get a free pap smears. Because again, our aim is preventative in nature. That's one of our mission statement. It talks about prevention.
Grand Bahama Power Company's Director of Communication, Cleopatra Russell, says being in the community is what the company is all about, and this is just one of the many events that they are proud to sponsor.
Grand Bahama Power Company, we remain committed to ensuring that every woman on the island of Grand Bahama has access to health care. And we are committed to doing our part in that. We have sponsored numerous events like this in the past and initiatives, and we believe that preventative care is critical to ensure that each woman has a chance to be able to fight to live. We know that each and every one of us has been impacted by a female in some way, be it our mother, a teacher, or a doctor, and we want to make sure that they're happy, that they're healthy, and whatever we can do to lend support in that, that's why we're here.
The event will be held on March 16th at the Geneva Wellness Center from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can call 602-6767 or 820-5973 for more information on how to sign up. Well, in a noteworthy initiative, Pilot Club International, in collaboration with the Bahamas District of Pilots, recently spearheading a kids' safety fair across Nassau, Grand Bahama, and Abaco. The event, held at the Foster B. Pastina Hall of Christ the King in Grand Bahama, brought together primary students from various schools, with a core focus on brain disorders and safeguarding young minds. The fair featured compelling presentations underlining Pilot International's commitment to the protection of children's mental well-being.
We intend to show the students how to protect their brains, how to play safe and be safe while protecting their brains. So we have various, we call them buddies. We have Wise Old Loud, who is gonna be the lead person, who will be talking about all of the characters. We don't have full costumes, but we do have the characters. Our Pilots representative here, like I said, from the 3 clubs. We also brought out the police officer from Urban Renewal, who will also talk about the protection of the brain. And at the end of the day, we give the kids a snack, and we hope that they would have gained something.
Harvey Fernandez, project coordinator for the Sunset Pilot Club of Grand Bahama, highlighted the club's dedication to nurturing healthy minds, affirming the organization's unwavering commitment to hosting such seminars whenever feasible.
The children, they get a lot of information from it with safety tips at home, also healthy lifestyle and friendship with friends.
And here's a check on your health is wealth Monday tip with the Lucayan Family and Concierge Services.
Phimosis is a condition that occurs when the foreskin of an uncircumcised penis cannot be pulled back. It can occur in adults and children. It may be primary or secondary. Primary phimosis is associated with childhood. A newborn's foreskin is tight but loosens by the time the child is 2 years old. Secondary phimosis occurs because of conditions such as poor hygiene, skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, lichen sclerosis, and scarring from injuries and infections. Primary phimosis typically doesn't need treatment. Usually the child will outgrow it. Secondary phimosis, however, will need treatment. This may include the use of steroid creams along with the gentle stretching exercises of the foreskin. If this fails, circumcision, which is surgical removal of the foreskin, may be recommended. If you or your son are experiencing difficulty with pulling the foreskin back, please see your primary care physician. My name is Dr. Karis Thompson-Major, reminding you that your health is your wealth.
Don't go away. The latest in sports and your local weather forecast is up next.
Tired of the endless bank fees and long lines? The Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union is the solution to making your money work for you by providing you with free financial counseling, higher interest on savings plans, and lower interest rates on loans. Savings products such as Christmas and vacation clubs, fixed deposits, and annuity savings allow our members to prepare for today and tomorrow without all of the hassle. With GBCCU 352-4139.
Celebrate Easter weekend at Portobello's Restaurant by the Grand Lucayan. Children 5 to 12 years are half price, and children under 5 eat free. Dinner buffet on Good Friday and all-you-can-eat Easter Sunday brunch. See you there.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Island Sports is currently underway at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Our Jay Philippe has the details. Next up with your check on sports.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports on this beautiful Monday. We had a whole lot of sports for you this past weekend. Little League Baseball, also Team Bahamas, had a pretty good showing at the World Indoor Track and Field Championships. But it's all about island sports. In case you missed the action, here's Shane Stubbs.
Man, oh man, day 4 of the Fidelity Bank All-Island Track and Field Championships certainly lived up to the hype as the teams made their push toward the final day of competition. Here's how everything went down.
The Jaguars' Shamar Davis tied the meet record of 2.07 meters set by Chiron Camp to win the under-20 boys high jump title.
When I go Nassau, I can make that. I can break this record.
A day after winning the under-15 girls 200 and setting the high jump record at 1.55 meters, BMES's Kiasha Thomas easily secured the gold in the 400, her third title for the competition.
I know I could do it because of what I did last season, so I just know I just had to train harder and work harder.
The Wildcats' Zion Shepherd is your under-20 boys 400-meter champion.
First and foremost, I want to thank the man above Jesus. I was praying about it from the year rolling.
Winning the under-17 girls 400 title was BMES's Rizba Thompson. For the Wildcats, Lamont Moxley snagged the under-17 boys crown. At Tabernacle, Shania Adderley ran away with the under-20 girls 400 title. From there, the Tabernacle Falcons continued to dominate in the 100 meters, taking both titles in the under-17 division. The stars in that one, Kiana Henschel and Jamal Deloach.
I feel good. I feel like I executed a good race.
I feel quite excited, exhilarated. It was a nice anticipated race.
And the rhythm carried on for Tabby after Naj Turnquest and Lavon Parker won both under-20 gold medals.
I feel like I put in a lot of effort. I came from a long way, so I know God had my back.
I've been working hard for it, training. It's very good. And after a few close finishes in the sprints, the tone is definitely set for the final day of competition. Presenting as Total Sports, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Still in track, Bahamian national record holder Devin Shelton won the World Indoor Track and Field Championship 60-meter hurdles in a time of 7.65 seconds. That time is also a new world record for Devin, who previously set the record earlier this year. Charisma Taylor finished 6th in the finals in the same event with a personal best of 7.91 seconds. Taylor also was a finalist in the women's triple jump. In the men's high jump, Grand Bahamian Donald Thomas finished 9th in a season's best 2.15 meters. In the men's heptathlon, Ken Mullings finished 4th overall with 6,242 points, which is a new personal best and new national record for Ken Mullings. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
And here's a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the day is up next.
The organizers of the biggest high-end fashion show in Freeport's Grand Bahama are excited and ready for Rip the Runway 2. showcasing some of the best of designers from all around the Bahamas. It's going to be black, white, and red all over. Showtime, 7 p.m. March 10th, 2024 at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. RMC Demetrius Smith, Mr. Extraordinaire, will paint the runway with his eclectic fashion statement and people-pleasing personality. So what are you waiting for? It is back and is better. It's Rip the Runway 2.
Lights, camera, action. Restoring the magic from East End to West End of Grand Bahama, we proudly present Freeport Fashion Week. Expect chic and elegant fashion displayed by incredible talent by Grand Bahama fashion giants and few upcoming designers. Come and experience Freeport's vibrant fashion scene. Get ready for a stunning runway show and stylish events that showcases our unique style, culture, and creativity when artists and designers come together to create the magic. Freeport Fashion Week beginning March 8th. Expect the unexpected.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cock the termites former Samus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Elizabeth Grant, you are our Facebook friend of the day. She is our former colleague and a big sister to all of us here at ZNS Northern Service. We hope you're having a great one. And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Next time on Justice with Judge Carroll.
Ms. Bell just moved in about 2 weeks ago, and she has brought 3 dogs, Your Honor. And for the last 4 nights, Your Honor, I was unable to sleep. I am a pilot, and I'm sleep deprived.
First of all, I know he's a bit uncultured, as you can see. I have 3 beagles.
Your dogs don't bother you when they sing and howl at night?
No, it's honestly not that often.
Catch Justice with Judge Carroll, Tuesday, 2 p.m., Wednesday at 8 p.m., right here on the ZNS Network.
So, Mr. Bodie, I hear you're doing a show. Yes, sir. It's called. Yes, sir. Why do you think is the appropriate title for the show? Well, connotates that it is an authoritative expression on issues, and I do believe that, in my experience, I would have. So we deal with the issues that impact individuals and the nation. Well, I mean, why not? Well, I guess that ends that. That ends that, but it don't end that like that, because the public is invited to call in and participate in all of the shows that we're going to be doing going forward. And I'm excited. How about you? Arthur H. Bodie Jr. is the only way to go.
Welcome to a world of art, a world of entertainment, and a kaleidoscope of cultural expression. It's a new season of A&E Showcase. Allow us to take you on a journey and introduce you to the talented artists, musicians, and creatives who share their incredible stories. A&E Showcase. Watch it on the ZNS Network this fall.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, Haiti Embassy staffers return home. Hotel agreement a done deal. Renewed concerns over BPL's fate. And in sports, sprint sensation seals gold. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Mounting concerns in Haiti as that island's shocking levels of violence continue. The tension, fear, and panic forcing officials back here at home to make some serious decisions impacting its diplomatic corps stationed on the strife-torn island nation. Altavis Munnings joins us live in studio with the latest details coming out of her conversation with the Bahamas Chargé d'Affaires in Haiti. Good evening, Altavis.
Good evening to you, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. Here's what's happening in the region's most impoverished country. International reports state Haiti's government declared a 72-hour state of emergency on Sunday after armed gangs stormed a major prison. At least 12 people were killed and about 3,700 inmates escaped in that jailbreak. Gang leaders are demanding the resignation of Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry, whose whereabouts, according to reports, are unknown since he traveled to Kenya. Now, the tension prompted the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to announce that the 5 diplomatic staff members assigned to the Bahamas Embassy in Haiti are now home for consultations. However, Foreign Affairs officials confirmed that Chargé d'Affaires Captain Godfrey Roll and 2 security attachés will remain in their posts and continue to monitor the ongoing crisis in Haiti. Well, I spoke with Captain Roll earlier this afternoon, and he maintains that despite the chaos, he and his staff are safe.
As it currently stands now, Haiti is relatively calm. You don't have any street demonstration, not a lot of going on. People are on the streets as normal. But, you know, that's Haiti. Haiti is a country, as I always say, of ebbs and flows. It can be calm, and then the next couple hours, some demonstration could start. But we are safe where we are. My staff and I, you know, when these things happen, we stay at the residence. The embassy is safe, and so there's not much going on now. We don't know what will happen this evening. Okay, there is a curfew. So we'll see what takes place this afternoon and into the evening.
Also taking a proactive safety approach to Haiti is the national flag carrier. Bahamas Air's managing director Tracy Cooper confirming the airline has temporarily suspended its flights to Haiti in the wake of that increased gang violence and the recent prison break.
Bahamas Air doesn't fly into Port-au-Prince where most of the activities are. But again, out of an abundance of caution, Cape Haitian flights are being suspended for the immediate future.
In the interim, Bahamas Air customers who were expected to take flights should contact the airline.
You can contact our reservations at 702-4140, and we'll advise them as to what we're going to do. The situation is fluid in that we don't know exactly when we'll resume the flights. It'll be based on the situation on the ground. And once we get the green light that everything has calmed down and we can fly again, we'll resume flights into Cape Haitian.
The Foreign Affairs Ministry release went on to say there is not and has not previously been any indication of the embassy or its personnel being targeted in any way. However, should the security risk change in Haiti, Captain Roll and other staff may withdraw at will. This is a story we are continuing to follow. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavis Munnings. Back to you, Makushla.
Thanks, Altavis. Back here at home, nearly 200 structures were knocked down during last week's demolition exercises at 3 unregulated communities in Abaco. Providing an update on ongoing exercises this morning, Works Minister, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, says the demolitions occurred without incident and that some provisions were made for families with children.
It's progressing well.
And we haven't had any incident. The persons are aware that they built without proper building approval. As environment concern, we also have concerns with health and safety. So it's progressing well.
Now, they also noted that more exercises will take place on other family islands. In fact, assessments will begin on Eleuthera later this month, with plans on the horizon for Andros, Exuma, and Long Island.
I think nationally people realize that we are serious. It's not all talk like it's been done in the past, and we'll continue to move without incident for the most part, because we have an holistic approach. The task force is committed of different ministries, and we ensure that we do it to the letter.
In other news this evening, the Prime Minister now taking on the backlash over the payment of some $100,000 to cover the cost of his travel to West Grand Bahama and Bimini following the death of that area's former Member of Parliament, Obadiah Bilsham. And this as the opposition questions whether the Davis administration misused funds for travel to that constituency.
Who are they to accuse me of such things? I will not even, no. It is what it is. I'm not going to address those. The accusations came about as a result of some misinterpretation of allocation of funds, and I think it will be addressed during the course of the debate coming up. But I don't intend to add any more to it.
The Office of the Prime Minister maintains that in 2.5 years, Mr. Davis has made dozens of visits to the family islands, underscoring his government's commitment to expanding economic opportunities across the country. Hitting directly back at critics who claim his administration does not care about Bahamians, the Prime Minister reiterated his commitment to transforming the Bahamas.
When I came into power, there was a financial crisis, a serious financial crisis. Serious financial crisis. There was a health crisis. Right? There's also an educational crisis. And these crises, this what I call tri-crises that we are faced with, we have to deal with. What the problem is that the FM, they are baffled by the fact that we're able to do so much to help our people since coming into office. And they don't understand how it's being done. How was we were able, for example, to reduce VAT and still be able to survive despite the financial crisis, and despite how we were able to raise the minimum wage for the poor people in this country, right? Without causing the gloom and doom that they predicted. Business is going to close, people are going to lose jobs.
The central bank's fourth quarter results are out, with a look back over the period October to December 2023. Now, if we were to zoom in on tourism's performance, data at the time showed ongoing gains in both the air segment and sea traffic as the demand for travel in key source markets continued. What also helped was robust promotional initiatives. Just consider the numbers for this period. During the review quarter, total foreign arrivals grew by 10.8% to 2.4 million. And you can attribute this to sea passengers increasing by 11.9% to 2.1 million, a figure that surpassed the 1.8 million visitors in the same period last year. Likewise, the air component shot up by 5.3% to 0.39 million arrival passengers. By major ports of entry, visitors to New Providence expanded by 17.2% to 1.2 million. In the Family Islands, by 5.8% to 1.14 million. Similarly, in Grand Bahama, arrivals improved by 3.3%. In the private vacation rental market, total room nights booked firmed to 0.4 million, while the average hotel occupancy rate dipped by 3.3%. Fast forward to year's end, and tourism, as you know, shattered records with 9.65 million visitors.
Well, still to come, a new trial date for American accused murderer. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More news in a moment.
Portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse, the people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
Since they're on sale, Max bought things neither he nor his friend really needed. Hungry for deals? Come to KFC to satisfy your hunger before doing something crazy. Our new 6-piece value deal is packed with 6 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for just $20. You work hard for your money. Get the biggest bang for your taste buds. Satisfy your taste buds with KFC. It's finger-licking good.
When we started Stormframe Windows in 1999, we wanted to fabricate an impact-rated product to compete with the Florida market, and we've done this. There's no fabricator or vendor from Florida that can do what we can in the Bahamas. Because we fabricate locally and we're a local-based company, we have the capability to provide better customer service than our competitors. With all the worldwide supply chain issues, we at Stormframe have improved our fabrication process and have invested in stock to be able to produce our orders in 4 weeks. We also keep in stock over 400 windows and doors at standard sizes for walk-in customers to purchase. Our professional sales staff is here to assist you with the complete purchase and installation. We also service and ship to the out outlets.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
It's time to start a cooperative business today. All you need is a business plan, a set of cooperative bylaws, $25 and an application form, and 10 persons who believe in the same vision. For more information on starting a cooperative, call 397-7400, extension 7443, 6551, 6553, and 6577. The Department of Cooperative Development. Develop, facilitate, regulate.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion from BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book your 8-passenger minivan for Jazz in the Gardens and save.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeye's new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand-battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Yeah. Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together. With a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way
Colina Insurance Limited is Bahamian and proud. We celebrate the accomplishments of women across the Bahamas, everywhere they shine. At Colina, we are passionate about fostering an inclusive workplace where diversity is valued and embraced. Our workforce is comprised of 81% women. Join us today and every day as we inspire inclusion and create a brighter, more equitable future for all. Happy International Women's Day.
Head of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union, Kyle Wilson, wants the Prime Minister to come clean about his government's intention to restructure Bahamas Power and Light. And this as he and executives of the Bahamas Electrical Utility Managerial Union express outrage over concerns the government might be entering into a public-private partnership with a local and foreign company to manage transmission, distribution, and energy generation at the national power provider, plans the Prime Minister insists will be in the best interest for the country as the government seeks to transform the energy sector.
It's all about process and due process and transparency. And thus far, the workers have not seen due process, respect, and transparency. And the Bahamian people at large are speaking out now that they are not seeing it. So yes, you would have the various pundits who sing for their supper who are going to come out and engage in what I would say petty attacks. We're not going to be deterred from the message. The message is no to the selling or partnering or transferring of assets of the Bahamian Crown Jewels. Nothing in black and white. You cannot assure me anything, especially when you're involving third parties, and nothing is in black and white, and you can't give me one document to show me.
Unions agree major changes are needed for BPL. Wilson says union members are still not clear as to the outlined plans to make the power company more efficient.
We don't mind us having conversations with the Prime Minister. We have a lot of respect for him as a senior union, but we can't champion a change if we don't have information to share. Giving us a talk is not the same thing as giving us information that we can digest and share with our members. Well, we wrote to Prime Minister in response to the meeting that was held on Saturday, and we asked him to release the information to us. Give us the governing documents that would say that our membership is going to be secure. Give us the documentation that will actually show just how the 4-phase rollout is going to happen, and at each stage, how many persons would be seconded. The timelines, we were told, were between 18 and 24 months. We wanted to make sure that at any point in time that none of our persons are disenfranchised in any way.
Well, in a press statement, Prime Minister Davis holds that BPL will not be privatized. There will be no job cuts, and industrial agreements will continue to be honored. Further, that critical element of plans include the training and upskilling of many of the specialized line staff. According to the Prime Minister, modernizing the electricity infrastructure is not only necessary to meet the goals of energy reform, but lowering the cost for families and businesses. Well, it's not been an easy road, and neither has it been a short one. But after nearly 11 years, the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union has a new signed, sealed, and delivered 5-year contract in hand. Well, Don Davis fills us in with the details.
Thousands of hotel workers are all smiles today after the signing of that 5-year contract that's sure to boost their salaries. Union President Darren Woods on what that contract entails.
Some of the things we were able to get for the membership across the board would have been a 11% increase across the board. For the tip category, it would be 11% on top of the minimum wage. For the non-tip, it would be 11% on the last negotiated rate. We were able to get lump sum payments for them, which are historic. What we were able to achieve under this industrial agreement has never been done in the history of in our 65 years of existence.
It's been a long time coming. I'm so excited. I have chill bumps because going through for the amount of years and to see this day come to pass, hey, to God be the glory.
Workers' rights is human rights, and being a part of a union, every single person who works in the industry, they have a right to be a part of a trade union. And it was just sad to see that it went on for so long that no one stepped in and took the time to actually put your employers first and put this agreement in place that protects the employees and the employers.
Although the union was unable to nab everything they wanted as outlined in their initial contract proposal, President of the Bahamas Employers and Restaurants Association, Russell Miller assures the 5-year contract is still worth millions.
It impacts the overall take-home performance of our team members substantially. And this was, not easy decisions because we knew it was going to impact the association particularly, but it was the right thing to do because of the fact that folks had not received increases or had not gotten the benefit of a industrial agreement over the last 12 years.
Labor Minister the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll is satisfied that despite several delays, she was able to mediate a successful outcome for all expected to benefit from it.
We are seeking to maintain our status as a world-leading tourist destination, and we can't do that without the employees. So it's important that we translate the importance of our industry into the importance of the way that we take care of our workers.
Labor officials confirm this is a 24th trade union agreement to be signed in the past few months. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
From the courts this evening, legal discussions in the case before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. Well, while jurors were expected to hear as much from prosecution witness Tanya Demerit today, but that did not happen. What did were legal arguments advanced by the attorneys for one of the defendants and former Water and Sewage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson. Demerit last week could testify that she was initially charged with 16 offenses, but she took a plea deal and was sentenced to 3 years probation and ordered to repay $10,000 to the Water and Sewage Corporation. Now, she also told jurors she is the armor bearer to the mother of Adrian Gibson's ex-fiancé, Alexandria Mackey, whom she said is her spiritual advisor. The trial continues. Meantime, a new trial date set for American Lindsay Shiver, who's accused of conspiring with 2 Bahamian men to kill her husband on Abaco last year. Shiver and her co-accused appeared in court Monday before Cheryl Grant Thompson. Their case was slated to begin today, but was unable to proceed due to the judge's current case involving 6 defendants. Consequently, this new trial date is set for July 1st to the 12th, with a pre-trial review on June 5th and case management set for May 1st. Prosecutors alleged that Shiver, her co-accused Terrence Bethel and Ferran Newbold hatched a plan back on July 16th of 2023 to kill her estranged husband, Robert Shiver, allegations they deny. All 3 of the defendants are out on bail. Well, the Small Business Development Center Access Accelerator continuing to fulfill its mandate in developing the country's newest crop of entrepreneurs. Lloyd Allen joins us live from the SBDC's new pitch at Balmoral Club. Good evening, Lloyd.
Well, Makushla, tonight is all about first. Tonight we're here at the Balmoral Club, where more than a dozen entrepreneurs are pitching their ideas to the SBC executives in hopes of winning a top prize to support a new business venture. Sharing a bit more tonight's development is Executive Director at the SBDC, Samantha Rowe.
Hi, good evening. So tonight is really a culmination of a number of young innovators who have worked so hard over the course of several weeks as part of our Young Entrepreneurs Initiative, particularly the Young Innovators Bootcamp. And so here tonight, we're hosting a pitch competition. It's the ultimate challenge. And so there are 6 teams who would have risen out of 23 teams to make it here to pitch their business idea, their business plan, all for the ultimate funding ranging from $5,000 to $15,000 to implement this very same business that they curated.
Now, the great news, of course, about tonight's event, again, it's the first time on television. You've done several of these before, but for many of these entrepreneurs, they're walking away, if successful in winning, they're walking away with grants all toward their business or this idea.
Correct. And, you know, the beauty of it is that they're able to pitch to persons in the audience who are not only affiliated with the SBDC, but we have planted some investors in that group. And so even if they're not able to achieve or succeed the funding up to $15,000 with us, you never know who's sitting in the audience.
Well, of course, tonight, Makusha, is a tough competition, but we'll see at the end of the night who ends successfully. Reporting here from the Balmoral for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, Devin Charlton, fresh off of winning the gold medal and setting the world record, talks about it just ahead in sports.
From Executive Director to the newly appointed Deputy Director General, Valerie Brown-Olsay highlights her years of experience, sharing what makes her poised and ready to conquer her new role.
I started first in the Grand Bahama office. I am from Grand Bahama, and I spent about 9 months in Grand Bahama. The opportunity for me to join the sales program came up within the first year in Grand Bahama, in the sense that they were looking to fill positions in all of the Bahamas tourist offices in the overseas area. I then moved into New York. And when I came to New York, my first assignment was really the Northeast area manager with responsibility for the development of business from Maine to Virginia and all points in between. I came back really to work globally and in the sales and marketing area for the Ministry of Tourism. From there, obviously, I've been elevated into the executive director's position for global sales and subsequently now into the deputy director general post.
Olsay shares her personal mission for the road ahead.
It really is a position that gives me the opportunity, if you will, to put all of it together as a useful foundation in a more senior level position and a most senior level position to affect not just market, but affect the opportunity to impact others.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Ali and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Simplified Lending, we know that your time is precious. So we've unscrambled the loan process, making it fast and hassle-free. You can have your answer in as little as 24 hours. When you qualify, we simplify. We are the best borrowing solution for tuition, home renovation, vacation loans, emergency medical expenses, purchasing a vehicle, and for business expansion loans. Simplified Lending for simplified living. Call us today or find us in the R&D Plaza on JFK Drive.
500 young men participating in a pep rally and mini career fair today, exposed to the opportunities after high school. The initiative coming on the heels of a plea for community leaders to reach out to the youth in hopes of turning them away from a life of crime. Our Devontae Hanna was at the rally that left some students motivated and inspired to make a change.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis taking action Monday morning by honoring his commitment to reach out to young men in the Bahamas, encouraging them to step up.
I want for each of you
what I want for my own sons.
This as the Office of the Prime Minister hosted a pep rally at the Kendall Gymnasics Gymnasium aimed at encouraging, motivating and exposing young boys to career paths in the armed forces, government and tertiary education.
I want you to make the most of your talents. I want you to live lives of purpose.
Now, of the 500 plus students that were here in this gymnasium, they got the opportunity to interact firsthand with members of the armed forces with hopes of joining the police force or the defense force. They even got the chance to interact with a motorcycle, as you can see behind us. But of course, the star of the show was those gentlemen that were here today. I'm joined with Macario Dean. Macario, what exactly do you want to be once you graduate? And what was your favorite part today?
I'd like to go into the cybersecurity to start my own business. And I want to achieve that goal by jumping straight into a technical college, either going into a trade. And my favorite part of this section today was definitely the part where Carlos Reed spoke. And he inspired the young men here that no matter where they come from, no matter their background, they could always be great. And that's what really stuck with me.
He's a student of Honors All Rogers, just one of the many students here today that will go forward and step up.
After high school, I just want to find the right path to make my family proud.
This enthusiasm was met with a word from serial entrepreneur and Bahamas ambassador to Central America, His Excellency Sabaz Bastian, who reminded students that their present circumstance does not directly impact their future.
No one has written your destiny for you, because here in the Bahamas, you can write your own destiny and determine your own future.
As time wound down, a prayer was lifted for the students by community leader Dr. Carlos Reed, who claims that he was not a product of what he has been through.
You can't blame nobody for what you become, because you become the sum total of the choices that you make. The choices that you make today can determine where you can be, who you can be, and how you can be in your tomorrows.
In 2024, the country has seen record-breaking crime stats with 30 homicides recorded within 2 months. Authorities believe this can be prevented only if young men are steered in the right direction.
They explain these stories and stuff and motivating us to keep going and stuff.
With their entire lives ahead of them, these students were able to take the first steps in identifying who they want to be and the eventual contribution they plan to make to society. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, meantime, an evaluation of nearly 100 students has found that due to unemployment woes or the lingering impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, some students must not only attend school, but assist in supporting their families financially. And according to school psychologist Antoinette Lewis-DeVoe, this balancing act is having a grave impact on those students' mental health.
Now you have to draw that line between I'm going to school, especially in the junior and the senior high school students who have to go there and work, who have to help that single parent. And so they're taking on dual rules. So you have a child who have to be a child when they reach in school and then have to be an adult when they reach home. And so that do play a whole lot. Also grief. We don't realize, we think that kids don't feel grief, but a lot of our kids, and grief doesn't mean the death of somebody, it could be the loss or the separation of an individual. So that plays a whole, that also plays has an impact, let me put it that way, on the mental health of our students.
Bullying, high expectations, and being compared to other siblings, also contributing factors.
Trying to bring that balance plays a whole lot on their mental health. Also, diversity not only in culture, but diversity in the way that I think, act, and behave. That also plays a role, because if I come from a spiritual background but you don't, then we have a war on that, because I expect certain things from you, and then it seems like the pressure's on me. So yes, a lot of our kids do have a lot of things going on.
Still to come, tonight's feature, Atlantis Gives Back. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Stocking your shelves is easier with the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, new low price, $2.19. Par Excellence rice, 5 pounds, $3.99. IGA tomato paste, 12 ounce, $1.89. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Sweet strawberries, 1 pound, $3.99. Shop the specials and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Caribbean Gas is still working to ensure our customers are supplied with everything they need. We supply tanks and fittings of all sizes. And for all your cooling needs, check out our range of refrigerants. We have a service department that can check your car AC gas. Electricity can be very expensive. Solar systems are the way to go. Check out our full inventory listing in the Tribune's classified ads. We accept all major credit cards. Call us today, 361-6007. We are waiting to serve you.
Events marking Local Government Month being held all across the country all March. At a press conference announcing the launch of Local Government Month this morning, Works and Family Island Affairs Minister the Honorable Clay Sweeting highlighted some of the noteworthy achievements local government has made, most notably the creation of the Junior Local Government Council. He also pointed to the upcoming tabling of the 2024 Local Government Bill, which he says signifies the government's dedication to enhancing legislative framework. Minister Sweeting is also inviting Bahamians to participate in local government events.
And marking this year's Local Government Month, activities such as simultaneous flag raising ceremonies will be held on March 8th. And we encourage the public to join in the flag raising ceremonies throughout the Family Islands and at local government headquarters here in New Providence. Other events include local government professionals worshiping together on March 10th at various places of worship in recognition of God's blessings and guidance. Other events around the country will mark Local Government Month.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. We have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 78 degrees, relative humidity on the rich side at 84%, southeast winds at 7 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars, that's 30.02 inches, and your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We protected you. 76 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Greenville, Key, and Marshall, Abaco, the Berry Islands, and Alistown, Bimini at 75 degrees. Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 77, Harbor Island 75, Roxanne, Eleuthera at 78 degrees, also Artistown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, and Kemps Bay, St. Andrews also reporting 78 degrees. 78 again in Georgetown, Exuma, Artistown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey. Ragged Island, Clarence Long Island, Crooked Island, 79 there. Betsy Bay, McWanna, 78. Ackland, 78. Matthew Town, Inagua, 80 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 77 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, Vital King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through tomorrow, the winds are going to be light and variable. Wave heights 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. Low tide takes place tonight at 8:08, a second low tide at 9:25 tomorrow morning. Now for the central Bahamas through Tuesday, the wind southeast at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. In the southeast Bahamas, that southeast component will continue, but the wind's a little stronger at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. So caution flags will remain in place for the southeast Bahamas through tomorrow. And then Wednesday, middle of the week in the northwestern islands, the wind southeast picking up 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights building 2 to 4 feet. Low tide on Wednesday, 10:27 in the morning, with a high tide at 4:14 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday, southeast winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking boaters in the central and southeastern islands on Wednesday to exercise caution. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Rollstar Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Rollstar Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Fill up your cart and save with the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 2 for $2.39. Olivia cooking oil, 48 ounce, $4.99. Rainbow pigeon peas, 15 ounce, $1.39. Fresh pork picnics, $1.99 per pound. Iceberg lettuce, $2.29 each. Shop the specials and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
For the next 50 days, 50 lucky winners will be getting $30,000 in cash and prizes.
$30,000?
30.
How you win?
All you have to do is purchase $25 or more in fuel or a $25 and up Rubis gift card, and you enter to win. Take a photo of your receipt, and you can upload it via our QR code, Rubis Bahamas Facebook page, or our website. Don't forget, you need your receipt in order to win.
Thank you. $500 on the Visa card, I'll buy everything, but I gotta turn my light on. I need gas in my car, and I done miss and put diesel in here, and the car say, "Bop."
Well, we're here at the Nicholstown Clinic, where the Ministry of Health are viewing some of the infrastructural things that have been done, scope of work. A few things have been done to this clinic here at Nicholstown, painting, roofing, electricity, some electrical issues got resolved. Some of the offices got rebuilt. And so what's happening here now, too, Dr. Dawel have his PHA team on the ground, and they're just really assessing all the work that has been done through the process. Well, I can tell you from what we've seen here thus far, this has been tremendously strived in terms of where we were a few months ago. Last year, I think around August, July, to where we are now. This has seen major strides of a major uplift. You see more persons really speaking about the clinic, the environment, when you walk inside, the recession, concession area. So it's coming from a long way. In terms of structurally, what persons would like to see futuristic, I know we have spoken about a new clinic being built. That's futuristic. How near in the future? That's not to be told at this point. But however, I know that this clinic is functioning. Staff is quite happy about the environment they are in, and so therefore, we know we've done much to bring up the domain in terms of the public domain in this clinic. Well, you know the old saying, your health is your wealth, and therefore I think for this community, this is the heartbeat of this community. Your health. This means a lot for the community in terms of our elderly, our young people, the way forward. I know we've been talking about, a few minutes ago we saw an ambulance left, and we are quite happy for that. That was down for a while. And however, I know that we are short staffed in some of the areas here, but I know Dr. Darwell and his team is going to make sure that those deficiencies are really kept and be brought up to the numbers. Well, what I would like to say, first of all, thank you to the staff here at the Nicholstown Clinic for their patience, and also the residents who have been patiently awaiting the upkeep and the facelift, because most of the structures, the painting and the work that has been done during the hours of when persons were here and the staff. So they had to endure the whole facelifting and the whole infrastructure upkeep while they were in office. However, I'd also like to say that our Mastic Point Clinic is also in the movement. We're going to finish off some of the infrastructure stuff there, and we're going to see if we can have that open up in short term, maybe hopefully next month, following month here, to have that fully operational for the persons in the Mastic Point area.
The government of the Bahamas is committed to giving the consumer a louder voice and stronger rights. That, according to Parliamentary Secretary Wade Watson, during a recent symposium hosted by the Consumer Protection Commission in light of new legislation passed in Parliament.
This act is stated by our Prime Minister is a significant piece of legislation because it's designed to enhance the rights of consumers across the Bahamas. Consumer protection legislation is critical to the development of the economy, the reduction of poverty and social inequity, especially in over-the-hill communities.
CPC's Executive Director, Sharmi Farrington, explains the purpose of the recent stakeholder symposium.
We thought one of the first things we want to do in accordance with our functions under Section 5, which is to implement educational programs and to provide any other form of consumer education, was to actually commence our providers educational forum, which we hope to be the first of many to come. We want to bring in the providers, the business owners, and providers of goods and services into the room so that they can look at the act, they can ask questions, we can go through certain provisions and let them know what the act says, what are their obligations, because we always say prevention is always the key, and we want to act in a way that we want to always mediate between the provider and the consumer.
And likewise, consumers, know your rights. I'm Adama Williams for Edge.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. One of those old sayings goes, so nice, I had to do it twice. That was the mindset, apparently, for sprinter Devin Charlton. Charlton had broken the world record in the 60-meter hurdles recently, did it yet again on Sunday at the World Indoor Championships in Glasgow, Scotland. Running in the fouls, Charlton set up in lane 4, would explode out of the blocks, establishing the lead early and would never look back as she powered her way through the finish line in a new world record time, 7.65 seconds, capturing the gold medal in the process.
I knew I had that kind of time in me. It's just about putting that race together on a day.
Did you care that much about the world record, or was this only really about the goal?
It was mainly about the goal. I was sharing the world record, didn't like that too much, but so I mean the second goal was to lower it, but if I just came away with the gold medal, that would have been enough for me.
How's it feel to have that flag on your back?
It feels amazing. I mean, I can't wait to get home and celebrate this.
Now, Charlton now setting her sights on the Olympics this summer, but knows she has some work to do.
I think it sets me up pretty nice. Definitely still have some work to do. They're two different events. And so I have some work to do on the back end just because this is one of my deficiencies outside. But I think based on this, my coach, we know what we're doing. And I think it's going to be better outside.
Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, speaking about Devon's record-breaking performance and the gold medal for Team Bahamas.
When you look at Devon and her stride towards where she is today, Devon has always been determined athlete who has a goal set, and definitely she's achieved a goal, but she's not yet finished. She wants to get to the gold medal in the Olympics, and I'm sure she's going to continue pressing forward to what she got. But not just congratulating on Devon on her world record-breaking, but also to all the athletes who represented us in the indoor over the weekend. So as we move forward from paradise to Paris, as we go into the world relays and head into the Olympics, we look at the great things to move forward and all of our athletes in their efforts.
Boleg also addressing the question of work being done at the Betty Kelly Kenning National Swim Complex in time for the hosting of Carifta.
I've been off dining, I've just returned. I got a text from the chairman of the NSA, so I'll be meeting with him today to get an update. By next week, we should be able to make a talk. That's it.
From the boxing beat, pro boxer Rashield Williams putting on a show Saturday night in Tampa, Florida. Williams capturing the National Boxing Association welterweight title after stopping American Andreas Varius 1 minute, 20 seconds into the second round of their title fight. So congratulations there, going out to the young Bahamian on a job well done. From sailing, 70-year-old Gavin McKinney completing his quest of sailing from the island of Exuma to New Providence in a laser sailing craft. McKinney completing the 8-hour journey early this afternoon at Montague Bay. He talked about the journey as it went by.
Best sailing I had was just here. We had about 3 hours where it was very slow and frustrating. And I think we were struggling to do 5 knots. My wish had been that we'd be doing about 7 to 8. So it took a bit longer. It was a little frustrating, but we got here.
Now, McKinney's goal was to generate $70,000 for the National Sailing School and gave an update on that progress so far.
The idea is to help kids from particularly the government schools that may want to do it, but may not do it otherwise. So this is where we're going to try and spread it out over time and get kids into the sailing. Maybe they'll just want to do it for fun. Maybe they find it's not for them. Or maybe they'll love it and they'll want to start racing. So it's just to help kids move along.
Have you accomplished the goal?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. The fundraising, I think, is about 75% there. So we're hoping to get some more. But the money isn't going to disappear all of a sudden. This is something I want to spread out over years. So we'll do so many kids per summer and just keep feeding it and maybe raise funds as time goes on.
And finally, the New Providence Women's Basketball Association resuming play over the weekend at the D.W. Davis Gym. In the opening game, the Elite Ballers got the win over the Foxley Defenders, 68-50. Meanwhile, in the feature shift, the Shift Lady Eagles took down the Sand Dollar Lady Flyers, 56-44. League play will resume on Tuesday with another doubleheader on the schedule. And that's your check on sports for you here on this Monday. We do have that Monday weather forecast just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have that upper level troughing across the northwest Bahamas that will continue to move towards the east, and most of the heavy precipitation will be moving over the waters of the Atlantic, leaving behind some residual showers tonight and even tomorrow. Mostly cloudy with a couple of showers and even a thunderstorm mainly early during the nighttime hours, with your low temperature around 73 degrees tomorrow. It's going to shape up like this. Looking at a morning shower in place, otherwise intervals of clouds and sunshine for the balance of the day. The high temperature tomorrow, 80 degrees, extended weather forecast looking like this. Apart from a morning shower into Wednesday and Thursday, things will get a little better as we head into the weekend with lots of sunshine developing over the weekend. With temperatures going to be quite warm during the daytime, but it'll be in the upper 70s to low 80s, and those nighttime temperatures residing in the low 70s. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. The Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, along with its corporate sponsors, giving back and in a pretty big way. The mega hotel donating over $200,000 to various charities in the country. Desmond Saunders was there.
The Bahamas National Trust, the Children's Emergency Hostel, the Salvation Army, Lend a Hand Bahamas, and the National Art Gallery receiving $55,000 each during the big give back. Welcomed relief organizations like the Salvation Army and the Bahamas National Trust hit hard by the global economy.
Managing 33 national parks is a huge deal. We should really be at 250 staff. We're at about 85. And so the contributions from corporate Bahamas bring significant support to the organization to help with building capacity, to help with getting more in tune and in the communities where we operate.
This donation is very helpful and coming at the right time when we are just recovering from the COVID and all the demands that are increasing daily at our services there in the Salvation Army.
The Zaymar Group of companies among local corporate sponsors teaming up with Atlantis to support the 5 charities. Chief Operating Officer at Zaymar is Keandra Gardner.
To be a part of this solidifies a lot of our partnership and extending that further into the community. We've done a lot of other community service efforts, but partnering with someone who we've been with for so long extends that relationship further into the community, and we're able to serve 5 organizations at one time, which is a really great thing in celebrating 23 and 25 years respectively.
We are really pleased. They also are people that we've worked with over the years and certainly supported one another, and they're there for the community, which supports our team members, which is a really important thing to us and very much, again, a part of what Atlantis believes in and what we do every day.
The big give back climaxing Atlanta's Royal Towers' year-long 25th anniversary celebrations. Prime Minister Davis applauding the resort for its stellar contributions to the Bahamas. He hopes the donations could go a long way at further strengthening local communities.
This is the kind of generosity and more particularly cooperation we need from our private sector leaders if we are to fully tap into our potential for excellence as a nation. So I commend Atlantis on leading this charge. It is my hope that these donations will catalyst new community programs, new social outreach initiatives, and positive outcomes within our communities.
Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
And that does it for The Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.